I know my grandma used to always tell me stories, and she'd tell me stories about how to put in a garden, and she'd go on with when it grows and keep it clean, grows, and then you dry a lot of it for the fall, for the winter. Because in those days, those days you didn't have stoves, and I guess so sometimes they have to cook outside. And she said, and our meat, we don't have no refrigerator, so we dry it. She said, we dry the meat and corn, peas, mostly all vegetables, and meat, deer meat, and sometimes even ducks, rabbits, she'd say. And she'd go on, and that's the way she said, you're gonna live with all this. When you do this, then you're gonna have your own children one of these times, so you gotta teach them all what I'm telling you. You teach them that, and then they teach your great-grandchildren and so forth, she said, we want them to know all this, and it's good when they grow up this way, knowing all this, where they can do that. And I said, yeah, Grandma, I'm just glad to hear all this. I said, yeah, I will live it. And I grew up way down by Cheyenne, North Dakota. That's where we all lived, all me and my relatives and my mother, and well, everybody lived down there. And the family, I guess I should say. But anyway, that's the main thing she always told us, was some of the grandchildren she can talk to. She said, so keep that going, and just tell them and show them. She'd show us sometimes how, it's done, or tell us how it's done. This way, and your grandchildren, and I always think, I don't know, if some of the children, if they'd be interested in doing some of this at these schools, I know they do, they did some of that, and they do in school. But if they just start from bottom to end, that some of the things they could do, to learn and to go on with their family, their children. So I was really glad to sit there and listen to her as she was telling me all this. And one thing too she said was, she brought up, what was this I was gonna say, it has to do with the girls. The girls have different ways of doing things, and then they shouldn't be around men, and some of these things have to be done just by yourself or with your sister or your cousin, women, and the same way with the men. She said they have to be together to do these things. And I don't know if I really want to say this, but where they have Sundance nowadays, she said women never got involved with Sundances. Just the men went to Sundance. The women stayed back and cooked and got the meals ready, for them as they get done with their ceremonial. That's what she told me, you know, but I know it's not like that now, but I don't think nobody can put a stop to it, you know, it just has to keep going. That's the way they wanted to do it, so it's got to be done that way.